Hi everyone, and I'm your host, Erica Fernandez. Our guest for today is Shashank Nipper. He's the founder and CEO of Earth Tattva. Now, before we get started about his amazing company and what all he's done, let's start by Shashank. Can you introduce yourself? Can you tell us where you're from and what's your journey been like?
Hi, Erika. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. And yes, hi, everyone. I'm Shashank, and I'm the founder of Earth Tattva. We are based out of Ahmedabad, and I'm an industrial designer. So this project about recycling ceramics started as my graduation project for my master's program at NID Ahmedabad. And since then, it has been quite an exciting journey. So I always had an inclination towards not wasting resources, and this has been reflecting in various of my projects where I did set designing as well previously. So in that, we used to use waste from previous projects and make new sets out of them. And then as I proceeded further with my industrial design studies, I thought, okay, something needs to be done about the waste that's coming out from the ceramic industry, because I was doing a specialization in ceramic and glass design. And that was my thought about how do I really add value to the industry, because making my own iteration of an existing product did not seem much exciting to me. So that's why I chose to work on this project.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So now tell us a little bit about Earth Tattva. What was your vision? What is your vision for it?
So the vision is that we should collectively be able to reduce the need for virgin metals that we use in the production for ceramic products. And the idea was that we should be able to make a material that is objectively meaningful for everyone, and then each of us could use it to make their own beautiful functional or decorative products that we have been making. That was the core crux of it.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit, how you all work, where you get your materials from, what is the process like?
So we get the waste material from landfills from the nearby ceramic industries in Gujarat. Then we also procure some raw materials because we need clay, which acts as a natural binder in our composition. And then we get it here, we mix it and make a liquid clay out of it, which is called slip. And then we cast this slip into plaster molds, which is used to make any kind of products. So this helps us to give different forms to this material. And then we fire them, we glaze them, and that becomes a ready to use recycled ceramic product.
Oh, that's nice. So how do you come up with this idea? Like how did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
So during my course, I have been questioning myself that how do I really add value to this whole community, because I have been looking at me, my peers, my seniors and juniors. We have been doing more or less similar projects over the years. And then I thought, okay, we need something different to be added in the industry. So in 2017, me and my friends, we visited Khurja, which is a major ceramic production hub in India. So as a part of our industrial visit. So there we saw heaps of production rejects after the firing process, which were just thrown on the roadside outside the factories. So that time, all of us thought that this is a lot of waste and let's do something about it. And that was also an epiphany moment for me to realize that archaeology is actually based on this fact that ceramics don't biodegrade for centuries. That is how we excavate these ancient sites and come across old civilizations. So that is where all this began.
Oh, that's nice. So how would you say what you do is different, from your competition? Like, what is your USP?
So our USP is the material in itself, where we reduce mining for natural resources by 60%. And with this material is easily usable in the existing conventional ceramic production setup. So that makes it easy for the existing manufacturers to use this material, and also there is no upfront cost for them to use this material. And that is why what happens usually is that most of the green materials or products have a huge upfront cost, and that's why the end products become very expensive, or a lot of people hesitate to adopt to it. But this way it becomes very easy.
So right now, where do you get your raw materials from?
From ceramic industries in Gujarat.
Like in Gujarat itself.
Yes.
Okay. That's so in this profession, I'm sure you would have, acquired some learning. So can you like tell us or elaborate on what you've learned, in this process of, developing your innovation?
My major learning is that people are more happy to help you out when you're really working towards something meaningful and what everybody connects to. I experienced that a lot of people have been thinking about this, but of course, for some of or the other reason, they couldn't really work on this. And
Mm,
when I got in touch with so many different people about this, they were so happy to share their resources and knowledge and insights about what all can be done and what all options do we have to move ahead in this direction. So I think asking people about for help is a good direction to go ahead with, and we shouldn't hesitate with that.
okay. So how for how many years have you been working on this?
Almost 3 years now.
Okay, that's a lot. Okay. So is there like an interesting story you would like to share, or like something funny, okay, that has happened during your journey that you wouldn't forget?
Oh, okay. So So of course, a lot of times it happened that we tried different materials
Mm,
and different compositions rather, and it didn't work out. But somehow when we changed something or even the smallest thing, and it just works out very easily.
yeah.
And so recently it happened. Just yesterday we were visiting an industry and trying to test our material with them under a pilot project. So uh, our skill set and their skill sets are completely different, and because of my limitations of working with
Mm,
the material,
mm,
I was under the impression that there are some limitations to the material. But then when those people at the industry use the material, they used it so easily and in a conventional way that the output was much better than what I could make. And it was so funny that it's only because of my limitation I thought the material is not working, but it's not
mm,
true.
yeah.
So
That's
I think that was very funny for me that
that,
for 2 years I was under the impression that there is some problem with the material, but the problem was with me.
that was like an eye-opening moment.
Yeah. And that's why I'm such a big fan of collaborations, because you never know what someone else might
Yes.
be better at. And unless we collaborate, we can't really get to know about it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. You always learn more, like, when you are talking to new people, when you collaborate, when you meet new people, you get to know so much more information than, you could ever think about. Like, even my journey, like interviewing innovators right now, it has been so eye-opening. I get to learn, I think, a new thing every single day, which is so good. Like, you don't even know what is out there.
I
Yeah.
know you're at such an interesting position right now.
Yeah. I love my job.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah. So then, okay, as an entrepreneur, okay, so now how do you, I'm sure your job also comes with a lot of pressure, being the CEO, being a founder, you know, you might be under a lot of pressure, under, thinking some things might not work your way. So how do you deal with all of this?
So this has being taught to me through working with this material, because this is such a natural material that you can't really make it forcefully work the way you want to work it,
Hmm.
because there's a particular timeline that you work with this material. It dries up, it has this some leather hard stage which we call, which with which we work with that material
Hmm.
during that time. And if we try to speed up the process, the material is definitely going to crack, and then it will not fetch you the results that you want. So the material itself teaches you so much of patience and just giving up on control. So that is something that I have learned through this. And because of that, even if we get a lot of obstacles in the process of going forward, I think it's just okay, it's about the time and being perseverant about what we want to do. And yeah, so just giving up on control is something what helps me to deal with everything.
That's nice. So do you have any message for, the young entrepreneurs in innovators of India? Any message or advice?
So one thing is that we should try to work on something that really excites us and not to start something just because we want to be, falling prey to entrepreneurship because everybody is doing it and perhaps it seems to be so lucrative, but it may not turn out to be like that.
Mhm.
But if we choose to work on something that really excites us and we are passionate about, then it doesn't feel like work, and that is something that keeps us going even if we have a lot of setbacks at some point of time.
True, true. So, closing this, what is your vision now? What is your next step in your journey?
So our immediate step right now is to launch our products commercially, because this has been a project and a concept for a very long time now, almost 3 years. And we have been receiving a lot of positive response from almost all stakeholders. So our first step is to launch it out in the market so that it's commercially viable. And then we want to collaborate with the existing manufacturers and industries so that we can help them to reduce their need for virgin material and energy consumption. So at their scale, we will actually have a huge positive impact of the SDG 12 that we are working towards, which is responsible consumption and production.
Awesome. Okay, so thanks, Shashank. It's been lovely meeting you and like knowing all about your journey and experience. I wish you luck and I hope this endeavor is prosperous. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for taking out the time to give this interview. Have a
My
lovely
pleasure.
day.
Thank you for having
Bye.
me. Bye, everyone.
That's all that we have for you, folks. Thank you for joining us today. If you're interested in many such innovations, do sign up at bharatwani.in and know about more innovators' journeys and experiences. And don't forget to like and share this video.